got to do, we're always talking about like whatever's in the news, but what about, let's get a bead on the entire culture, right? Because look at these magazines. You got Guns and Ammo, you got The Source, you got Playboy. There's a lot of people with a lot of different solutions to how to handle our time in this miserable earth. You know what I'm saying? Guns and Ammo, it's like they got Sauer's 202 takedown rifle. That's the new thing. That's their solution. If you like Guns and Ammo, it's like you get the 202 takedown. They're saying, hey, the world is getting more complex. Where do we go from here? Hey, Sauer, what do you think? I don't know, the 202 takedown, it clears up a lot of ambiguity, you know? This is a scary magazine if you're an animal. They must be sitting there like, geez, how do you keep up with the technology? You know, these guys aren't playing. I'm still using the blender to the trees with my antler shit. And these guys got Sauer making new assault rifles, staying up night thinking. And Guns and Ammo for the younger generation, of course, is The Source. Oh, you're right. These guys, they don't value guns. I take that back. Look, the 3-6 Mafia, Outcast, Bone Crusher. You know, the 3-6, people forget about the 3-6 Mafia. These guys are trying to do their, but why are we so fascinated by guns, violence, ghetto style? Nick, you know what I mean? Look at these magazines.
Because you can see all that at your local mall on a Friday night.
Oh.
That's why we're fascinated. Seriously, we're fascinated because this country came about through guns and violence.
Yeah.
How do you think we got this country? In a slap fight? I mean, we didn't noogie the Indians for the land. We shot them up, you know?
Yeah, we lit them up. Is that it?
We lit them up, yeah.
I think violence is America's stand-in for sex, because I think America is a very immature culture about sex, and it can handle, kids can see people being disemboweled, but God forbid they see a genital.
But wait a minute.
Yeah. As opposed to Canada?
Yeah. Well, maybe my genitals, God forbid. And I actually agree with that.
Yeah.
Kids should not see my genitals.
But don't you think that that's kind of a... I mean, people say that all the time. America's violent. It doesn't seem to me like the rest of the world is non-violent. They're all in the middle of wars, genocides all the time.
Not everybody.
Everybody.
Everybody's not. And that's not... I'm just saying that America's way of looking at violence is different than most people look at violence.
I don't think so.
I think America eroticizes violence. I think that the gun is a stand-in for the penis.
And everything's a stand-in with a penis for you.
Except for the penis. Except for the penis. I never let anything... No.
A plate of fruit is a stand-in a penis for you.
No, that's a stand-in for balls.
Good point.
You could be in the cover of a magazine covered in blood.
Right.
But God forbid you or had some other fluid on you.
But people do. But I mean, I could understand if this was 1950 and you said that. But today, if you look in the magazine stands, it's like over 40, under 15, girls.
That's true, but still,
that's what I'm saying. I just think it's a cliche.
I think it's all a guy thing. I think guys like violence.
I think
guys
violence
like
and
to
sex-
blow things up. I mean, like, you know,
True.
yeah, they do. No, they do. I mean, little boys, what do you play in the yard? You play war, and then if you're Scott and me, you go home and play fun. You know,
No, I like.
you know what I mean? You play with the guns, and then you put down the guns, and you admire the outfits.
It's a guy thing?
No, I think violence and sex are connected. I think they've always been connected.
How's it a guy thing? Charlie's Angels, I see 3 chicks kicking.
No,
that's
still a
created
guy
by man.
thing.
Women
That's
don't-
about
women
3
don't.
gorgeous
That's not
chicks. You don't
real.
see
spit
3.
on me, will you?
Listen.
Jesus, who knows what you've got?
No, I tested. I'm negative. No, but no, but it's like Charlie's Angels is still a guy thing because you got 3 gorgeous women. You don't have 3 Diesel Dykes from Maine with their shotguns. You know what I mean?
That's every show. All good-looking people are going to be in show business. Let's quite, it's not. It's
Yeah,
not
but
like
women
people.
aren't. But women aren't. Women don't create that.
Really?
Well, no,
Yeah, no,
that's what I'm
women-
saying. But aside
they're
from
just-
that,
Wait, is this the controversial point? Men are more violent
Right.
than women?
Well,
That's
normally
really
they
what I
are.
know. Yeah, men are
don't you
violent.
think it's ridiculous that everybody's always like, "Oh, America, this is what we've created." This is how the whole world is. If the world wasn't into violence, why would this magazine, these magazines are so popular in other cultures? It's not like we force them and we brainwash the whole world.
And maybe in some ways,
guys love violence all over the world.
No, not in Liberia.
Liberia has the real thing. They don't have to.
But
pose.
Liberia is a perfect example. Would you say they eroticize violence, or it's just
No, I wouldn't. I think they have the real thing. They're just trying
chopping
to escape
people's
it.
heads off?
No, I think what's happening about Liberia is so horrifying. They don't think they would want to do that. And I think it's also like white kids looking at black kids doing that, and they just think it's kind of cool.
But
Really?
what's different from the 1930s when people watched James Cagney
No,
movies?
nothing.
That wasn't
Nothing's
racial.
different. No, but it still was
And
here.
what's different from like any Indian movies? They make gangster movies in India, in Bollywood.
Yeah.
He said, letting everyone know.
I know.
On the national. So I'm saying,
those-
why are you
those
making
movies-
sexy?
those
Why
movies
Why
are
do you
not that
make it
violent.
white? What's that?
Those movies are not that violent. The Bollywood.
They are
color
violent.
schemes are.
Huh?
The color schemes are very
Did you ever
violent.
see the Apu trilogy? They make plenty of violent, good movies, but I'm just saying, to say suddenly it's white kids that want to do this, of course violence has a glamorous aspect to
And
it.
it's sexy.
Yeah, so
and
I'm
fun.
saying.
I think violence
So
is
why
fun.
would you say
People
it's
miss that
America
point.
when it's really it's humanity?
You think the violence is fun, so why are you always complaining about gay bashing?
Wait a minute.
That's different.
Let me tell you something.
That leg is
And I
making me
never
want to do
complain.
violence to you. I got to tell you.
It takes a man to make
No,
that
there's-
comment with that hip.
Yeah, there you go.
Look at this Playboy. Let's do some more deconstructing. Now look at the Playboy, right?
Right.
It's the girls of Starbucks.